Hey, it's WaraAina, back again with my high chaos, high kill run through of Dishonored 2 as Emily Caldwell. I'm gonna have to load it up here because I had an autosave happen. Maybe I didn't have an autosave happen. I'm pretty sure I had an autosave happen. That's weird. I guess I didn't, as I tried recording this and something went wonky with my computer. But anyways, as usual, this will contain spoilers, blood, gore, violence, and probably some cussing. All due to the nature of the game. Young children should not be watching this. We are in the Clockwork Mansion in Aventa District. And I'm just gonna go around playing with the clockworks and having all kinds of fun. Yeah, okay. So I was going to do this. Because apparently,
according to the scales beneath the floor and my acoustic sensors, you quite quickly.
so I don't know what the point of doing this is, but it's interesting. I don't think that's going to take me anywhere specific. Can I go up? Interesting. I don't know. I kind of feel like I should be able to access the ceiling from here. Whoa! That was fun. Okay. Okay. So I cannot in fact do that. Interesting. That was kind of pointless. I'm gonna pull all that stuff back out again. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go down this way because I think this is different. But yeah, we're pulling all that stuff back out again so I can come down here. And mess with this lever.
Hello, are you there? I can't sense your weight on the floors or the sounds of your breathing anymore, but it seems like a reasonable guess that somehow you...
Okay, so this doesn't do anything either. That's interesting. I'll go that way in a bit. For now, pull this one. Go down here.
How did you manage to get into the workings of my work? Quite like
am, I suppose, like a rat gnawing at the wires. Coming in here for loot, of course. It's very interesting. There we go. So we're actually gonna go to the side here, 'cause it's different.
My wall of light, the original Sokolov version, is inelegant but effective. This one isn't protected by yours truly.
On Baker's and electroshock. My electroshock machine provides insights into the human mind, though admittedly the subject is damaged or destroyed in the process. The advancement of knowledge is usually worth the sacrifice, of course. Once, having tested it on a baker, I found that I could obliterate the memories of his life, and thus his personality, while not impeding his ability to break bread. I thought it odd at the time, but it's this exact effect I wish to reproduce in Sokolov. Sadly, I've never been able to reproduce it to my satisfaction. Sokolov, however, is no mere baker. If he refuses to aid me, it's doubtful that the machine could be used to weaken his willpower, without also obliterating the knowledge and capabilities that are so precious to me. So the thought of reducing Sokolov to a state of infantile stupor is satisfying.
What cruelty is this? There's another choice here. Assuming Jindosh's electroshock machine works. Not sure I'd call it mercy. Delilah Copperspoon.
Jindosh, I was pleased to hear that the Duke has you working on a much less costly version of your Clockwork Soldier. I saw firsthand what a handful of Clockwork Soldiers did in Dunwall. With many more units, we should be able to assert much more military power following the coup. What truly concerns me is the timetable. When will you be able to give us a date? We have ambitious plans, my friend, and we cannot accomplish them without our grand inventor. Sincerely, Major Nico Filados, 1st Detachment to the Duke, Grand Sarkonan Guard.
Anticipation.
I'm going to destroy this man.
We will. Shh, we will.
Aramis Stilton.
It seems you found my bedroom, though I confess sleep usually eludes me. My mind won't stop turning.
That's hot!
Oops. That moment when you accidentally use a stinger on the guy you meant to kill!
I'm tired of waiting for Jindosh. You think at these prices, the man... Wait for my order!
Great. It's gonna be so much fun. Death. Restart from last checkpoint. I think I don't have any more rewire tools, so I think inverting him is kind of pointless. Where's my checkpoint though? I don't want to go through all of that again. I found his bedroom. I didn't want to find his bedroom this early. I should have gone through it the way they suggested I go through it. Ah.
Stop turning.
Okay. I've not been noticed? Or I have been noticed? I don't think I've been noticed.
Duke Luca Abel.
No rewire tool available. I think there's a rewire here.
Okay, the machine has detected something. Playback indicates criminal profile registered. Visitor is another test for the Clockwork Soldiers. Each is better. Yes, go back and execute it. show you.
Good boy.
The machine is running at low speed. Still idling. Take this up. All movements are linked. Everything has a purpose. It's all connected, you see. It sounds as if you're hurt. No royal protector around this time, dear Emily.
I was there. He has figured out that I'm Emily, but I missed that whole sequence for some unknown reason.
The machine has completed another full instruction set. So many events in motion, each exerting subtle gravity. With Delilah, a new empire could be drawn, and all the old barriers broken. Much could be accomplished. My clockwork soldiers have played their part, but each costs more coin than a wealthy man sees in a lifetime. It could take years to find a solution on my own. But if Sokolov can be tamed, together we might refine the process, making new clockworks at a fraction of the cost. Whether I seduce my old teacher with the thrill of discovery, or whether I'm forced to apply the clamps to his flesh and turn on the voltage, no matter. Shifting the walls and floors as if you were born here. Clever. Or are you just moving things at random?
Both? I'm looting your stuff.
Destroying my masterpieces. Each one costs a fortune, you know.
Did my buddy go away? Looks like my buddy died. I must have accidentally ran him into a wall. Oops. That was not my intent. Okay, another rewire tool. Honestly, I bear no ill will towards Emily Caldwin or her father, the Royal Protector. I've never given a single fig for any of those palace-born nobles in Dunwall, so how could I think ill of one empress or another? You would not be incorrect in suggesting that my motivations for assisting the Duke were at least twofold. I wanted to advance the causes of natural philosophy, for the sake of the work itself, and to show those stodgy morons at the Academy the light they very nearly extinguished. Further, of course, I am no stranger to infamy, and in fact, I am fond of it. But there's more driving the engines of my desire. Dynasties rise and fall with the ages, through mundane catalysts such as famine, plague, or bankruptcy. Now, however, we live in a time that is being shaped by genius, such as Roseborough, Sokolov, Joplin, and Hypatia have set the wheels of history spinning with their contributions. So will Kieran Jindosh. And it is my goal to eclipse those who came before me. No matter how the history books record the tale regarding this turn in power, it must be stated that it was only possible through advances in industry and technological exploration. Power now rests in the hand of the brilliant, and the world will never be the same. Yay. Ah, I have found him.
At last, Imperial Majesty, you found me. You realize you're only the second person to set foot in this room, the most sophisticated laboratory in the Isles. Please, try not to damage anything as you die. Clockwork zone! Stay back for everything.
Thank you, buddy. He died smiling. That's not remotely creepy. He is. He's smiling. Great.
Anton Sokolov, once the royal
This
physician.
must be the electroshock machine Jindosh mentioned.
In your prime, the most sought-after painter in all the Empire. My hero in younger days. Now, my puppet.
If you're going to use this inelegant-looking device against me, get on with it, Jindosh. Though I'm not sure what you hope to accomplish. I must admit to feeling a bit of professional curiosity as to the function of the apparatus.
Patience, friend, patience. The sequence of events is important. You'll come to understand my electroshock machine, but when? Before or after that light leaves your eyes? And where does it go when it disappears? Who will tell me?
So he's just, you know, a
Anyone
psychopath.
ever loved the sound of his own voice as much as you do, Kieran. Perhaps the device could tell us that.
No, sadly, it cannot.
Okay, the
But what
machine
it
has
can do is
detected
take you the thing
something.
you love the most. Your precious intellect. If you won't agree to collaborate on the next clockwork prototype, I'll use the device on that brain of yours, Sokolov.
I refuse. If I'm to be a drooling idiot, at least I won't be bothered by any more of your rambling
Fury.
Note to self, there is insufficient power to operate the electroshock machine. Until this is rectified, I will have to compensate, freeing up more power for electric shock machine by configuring the other laboratory platforms so they draw the least power. Interesting. So, clockworks, after you rewire them, apparently die after a certain period of time. They don't just keep going indefinitely. It's kind of nice. Kieran, it is my hope that the pale stars look down with favor upon your attempts to gain Sokolov's favor. But if the old goat will not bend to your will, I can offer an alternative to merely keeping him locked in your assessment chamber and subjecting him to cruel electrotherapy. I've started a new effigy, cast in Sokolov's shape. Given time, I believe it might grant me some influence over your esteemed guest, Brianna. Yay, witches. I tire of dealing with my old teacher. I'm confident that I don't need him to simplify the design of the clockwork soldier, but without Sokolov, it could take years to reduce the cost of each clockwork to design a version that can be built with cheaper, more readily available materials and assembled by Duke Abel's half-witted factory workers. The Duke will get his clockwork army. I'll make sure of that. The question is when. I'll keep experimenting with the electroshock machine, trying to get it just right. And if Sokolov can't be made to help me, I'll continue using the machine on him anyway as entertainment. This guy is 100% a creep. It's a creep. Ruin our bone charm nearby. I wonder where that leads. Oh, there's something. Grenades. Why don't I have the maintenance key? Oh, right. It's out here. Got an awful lot of dead bodies here. Kieran, you ask what the void looks and feels like, if it can be measured like a real place. Here's my answer. Don't concern yourself with such matters. It is as real as anything I've ever experienced. But if you understood it, you know that such a statement makes as little sense as saying that I have been dead. The void is unspeakable, it is infinite, and it is nowhere, ever-changing and perpetual. There are more things in the endless black void, Kieran Jindosh, than are dreamt of in your natural philosophy. Leave aside things beyond your reach, and be content that you are gifted with more insight than the common man, Delilah. Whoa! That is doing some weird stuff right there. That's very interesting. What is it doing? I don't know. That's oh, weapons! More grenades. Oh yes, crossbow bolts. I don't need sniper darts. Sticky grenade. And everything else I can't take, because I already have it. Boot. So we've basically gone in a big giant circle. There. Oh, excuse me. I could go to the assessment chamber, but there's still more I need to do. Up there.
It's a long way down.
Uh-huh. I'll probably fall off. See, somebody likes to try and paint too. My efforts to fine-tune the electroshock machine have been less than successful. Breaking down the more bothersome elements of a subject's personality, such as willpower, while leaving cognition and creativity unharmed, has proven unrealistic. Instead, my machine leaves the subject babbling like a child, which is the opposite of what I need from Sokolov. Sokolov is more resistant to the notion of collaborating than anticipated. He's a stubborn old goat, which could be his undoing, unless I'm careful with the electroshock machine. My goal is to render Sokolov pliable, but still capable of assisting me in designing a new version of the Clockwork Soldier. At the moment, each clockwork costs a fortune, but I'm certain my old teacher and I can find a way to reduce the costs. I'm kind of reading these out of order. Let me up. Fine. Do it this way. Or not. Kieran, my dear grand inventor, who else possesses such a keen mind? Could any other of my inner circle achieve such industrial marvels? I appreciate how superbly your clockwork soldiers performed in Dunwall, cutting those guards still loyal to Emily Caldwell to ribbons. And Brianna Ashworth claims you've been invaluable helping with her oraculum contraption. Delilah will be pleased. Please dispatch a courier as soon as you have what you need from Anton Sokolov. Press him as you see fit. No methods are off limits. We must find a way to produce your clockwork soldiers in greater quantities. Your Duke, Luca Abel. Do-do.
Need some help over here!
I'll be right there. Kneel down to your fate. Revenge!
Revenge! She said. No, darling. Revenge is my job. Revenge is completely and utterly my job. Oh. Ah, more grenades. I don't need them. I can't carry them. Murph. Okay. I wanted to see if I could sever her. This is interesting. See, I can never get the lady.
Anyone!
Oh. Back up. If I remember correctly, there's an arc pylon there. I didn't want to mess with an arc pylon. Not quite yet. Dear Mr. Hadros, it would be my pleasure to play host to you and to give you a personal demonstration of my clockwork soldiers as you take possession of yours. As you must know, the cost is exceptionally high, but once you see one of my creations in action, you'll be unable to resist the purchase. Please arrive at the appointed date between the hours of 2 and 3 in the afternoon. It is important you arrive that you arrive at the time I have specified, or I might otherwise mistake you for an intruder. Sincerely yours, Karen Jindosh. Intriguing. I will continue upon my looting and maybe find that woman next episode. Maybe she got hit by the arc pylon. Huh. Whatever. We'll find her. Or we'll try. If you like this episode, I would greatly appreciate a thumbs up and maybe a comment down below. Constructive criticism is always encouraged. If you want to watch the rest of this series, I do update every day. I would highly suggest you subscribe. You conscribe, yeah. Anyways, thanks, bye.